listener, and welcome to Chapter 8 of Bite-Sized Tales, the audio flash fiction podcast. This week's chapter is The Apology and Knowledge of a Woman's Mind, written and read by Chris Hussey. August spun on his heels, his duster trailing behind him, kicking up a small cloud from the dry and cracked Nevada earth beneath his boots. The apology was at his lips, but she was no longer facing him to receive it. So he held it in. No sense in speaking if no one is there to hear it. No. Katie had already spun on her own heels, the clip-clop of her boots announcing her ascension of the short stairs leading into her saloon, Katie's right hand leading the way, pushing aside the bat-wing doors of the establishment. Auburn curls and the dirty frayed edges of her dress were all August saw before she disappeared into the shadows and raucous music inside. Cinder's Mist was a bustling mining town, a constant, discordant chaos of people shouting as they hustled to and fro, coupled with the trotting of horse and rattling of wagon. But all that sound faded away as August simply stared, dumbfounded, at the saloon. It wasn't until he felt the light sting of a stone hit his face did he snap out of it. Turning toward the source of the stone, August's eyes landed on the gray and gold-bearded codger, leaning back in a chair on the saloon's porch, his beard dancing up and down while he smiled and chewed on something. The old man's eyes squinted against the high sun as he returned August's stare. "Now what you goin' doing that fur?" August whined while adjusting his hat and rubbing the impact point of the stone. Chewing some more, the man spit. Not all of it cleared his beard, brown juice settling in and running into the knots of his hair. "You ain't gonna be able to catch her if you just stand here staring as she walks away. She don't want to hear nothing from me any more." The old man rocked forward on his chair. Raising a hand armed with a whittling knife, he pointed the blade at August. "She tell you as such?" August removed his hat and ran a dirty hand through sweaty, blonde hair. "Well, no." Tapping his skull with the knife and chewing some more, the old man chuckled. "So, you could read minds, then?" August cocked his head and glared. "Of course not." "I can." August laughed. "Codger, you can't even read regular English, much less a person's mind." The old man nodded. "I see. That's the way it is it?" He spat again, this time clearing his beard completely. "Well then, I guess she wanted you to deal with that Jasper causing a ruckus in her saloon, and I guess she wanted you to threaten all the rest of her patrons after you tossed that Jasper into the street." August was about to speak, but the old man spit again, hitting August's boot, forcing a pause. "And have I got the right of it? You're the marshal in this here town." August squinted. "No." "Oh, for a second there, I figured maybe you forgot your tin star." The old man adjusted himself in his chair. "Well then, you must be part owner of this here saloon with Miss Katie." August started to deflate. "I am not." The old man slapped his leg and pointed his knife at August once again. "Well then, you must be her bigger brother." "Old man, you know damn well I ain't." He spit again, another successful shot striking August's boot. "I do know that. You're just a man that's been keen on Miss Katie since you first came to town, and she might even take a bit of a shine to you. But you done gone and stepped all over her world and not even asking for permission." He stepped closer to August. The cowboy dwarfed the hunched old man, but it was August who shrank as the man spoke. "No, a woman like that, she does want your apology, even though she might be grateful for what you done. But she turned and left because she wants your apology in there." The man jerked a wrinkled and arthritic thumb toward the saloon. "In her world, so that everyone knows who's in charge." The old man patted August on his cheek. "Now, Don't tell me I can't read minds." August stood in silence, looking from the old man to the saloon's entrance, then back to the old man. He took his hat off and ran a hand through his hair once more. He sighed. "I be guessing you're right." "Well, there's no guessing about it. You think I got this age without learning a thing or three?" August chuckled. "No, I suppose not." The old man chewed and spit again, this time missing August's boot on purpose. "Besides, you ain't the first man come through this town to be sweet on Miss Katy." Taking a step back and adjusting his hat, August then brushed down his duster. Satisfied, he turned his attention to smoothing out the small amount of facial hair he neglected for too long. He put a smile on his face and turned toward the old man. "Well, that may be true, but I'm aiming to be the last." The old man laughed, then began to choke on whatever it was he'd been chewing in his mouth. Coughing and spitting quickly followed until he got control of the matter. Spit and brown flecks of something finding a home in his already tarnished beard. Turning to face Miss Katy's saloon, August internally seized his pride, and after locking it away, stepped inside. This story came from a writing prompt image on the Gaming Engage and Friends Discord, and I actually don't even remember what the image was, but I believe it was of a cowboy of some sort standing outside a saloon. I don't think that actually there was any part of the image that had a female in there, but that part of the story just kind of formed itself up as I stared at the image. Hope you enjoyed it. This chapter of Bite-Sized Tales has been brought to you under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 4.0 International License. Intro and outro music is Fantasy Motion by Alexander Nakarada, provided under a Creative Commons 4.0 license. If you've enjoyed what you've heard today, we greatly appreciate reviews and recommendations to your friends. For more information about our authors, please visit bitesizedtales.com. We look forward to reading to you next time.